steps, which I think is really
That's
neat.
right, the Point 25 initiative.
I think it's great. Okay, so what's one thing you would advise a growing business or a decision maker?
My top tip is to think of every meeting as an opportunity. And I say this because I work with a lot of entrepreneurs and business leaders that go into the meeting and they're trying to pitch for the big contract or they're trying to pitch for investment. And if they don't get it, they walk away completely dejected. And my whole thing is think about it in another framework. Think about going into this meeting as an opportunity to learn, as an opportunity to build a relationship. So whether you get the contract or not, if you've gone into the meeting and you've researched the person and maybe you've asked some advice and maybe you've thought about who they could potentially introduce you to, regardless of the contract, you're getting value. You're opening a dialogue. And sometimes, if you're building a relationship, if you come out of that meeting and that's what you have intact, that could be more valuable in the long run than just like closing the deal.
And by the way, you can't always close the deal. And often
right.
deals are done because of relationships.
Exactly.
When I started my company, we wanted to partner with this one company. They said no, 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 no. But through my talking to this woman, she learned that I was an expert in the field, right? So then when people would pitch her in my industry, she'd start coming to me to get my advice on it. It took 3.5 years, but finally they worked with us. But through that time, she realized, oh, okay, this woman knows what she's talking about.
The connection became more valuable than that near-term contract.
Exactly. All right, Gene.
So my tip this year, today has to do with ransomware. Have you guys ever been like hit by ransomware, like an attack?
I've been hit by something that looks like ransomware, but it turns out to not be ransomware.
It's like a huge thing.
It's scary.
And it's going to affect millions of small businesses around the world.
Just explain what ransomware is.
So it's a billion-dollar industry. Ransomware is this. You have somebody in your company or yourself, you inadvertently download a file and you click on it and launch it. Or you go to like a website that's a malicious website and you don't even know it because a lot of them look the same. You hit the wrong thing. It launches basically a virus on your computer. And what it does, it attacks all the files on your network and it encrypts them, locks them down, and then you get this horrible-looking message that says, you have to pay us a ransom if you want the unlock key to unencrypt these files. And by the way, the ransom has to be paid in like Bitcoin or digital. And I don't have any Bitcoins on me to show you guys, but so it's a really bad thing. Oh, and also, if you pay the ransomware, you're paying it to some person that you're hoping they're going to give you the unlock key.
Right, of course.
And of course, these people are like, God knows where they're from. You pay them, and then don't they have friends?
You sufficiently scared us. So what do we do about it?
Big issue this year. So it is going to affect a lot of businesses and will affect ours. So there's 3 things you can do. Talk to your IT firm this year. Make sure you've got all the best security software. Train your people to make sure that they are doing what they got to do to alert themselves if there's anything that looks kind of funny. And get online backup software. That is the big trend this year. There are some great companies doing this. Carbonite is one. Mozy, Microsoft has got products as well. That way, if you get hit by a ransomware attack, you basically say, okay, fine, we're just going to restore from our last good backup.
I will. All right. Thanks, both of you.
Thank you.
This week's Your Biz Selfie comes from Mike Adams, owner of Firehouse Coffee.